Objection!
Temotaro? Bah, you don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Mieta. I see it. My bracelet. It's... Ooh, that's a new animation. Is something the matter, Apollo? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? Butter the truth. Not in the butter the truth. So you think Mr. Tanuki, so you think Mr. Tanuki, Filch has been lying to us? I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell, some sort of nervous habit. What the fuck is going on? What's the hawk doing in here? You have a fucking bird? He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you, you know, in jail. And who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Tucker simply loathed trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This isn't some sort of trick or... I won't be able to spot squat like this. What the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills! Oh god. So every time those action line shows up, it's setting me off. It flashes. And that's the only time something flashing has ever set me off. Like that. Every time it happens, it fucks me over. No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Lol. Ah! Somebody help! Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save for when truly famished. In that case, prosecute the Backwell. You will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine, I think. If there was someone dressed as Tenmataro there, Filch should have seen him. We'll just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now. All right. Bosom Buzzard is crazy, by the way. You're right. Guarding the foyer. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Kirby asked. Just making sure no one affair. Wait, okay, hold on. I want to press this statement. Did you really keep an eye on the foyer the entire time? My poor Filchy, been working hard my whole life, only to be smeared by some greenhorn in his fancy schmancy suit and silly haircut. Ah! Sorry, Mr. Blackwell. Sir, didn't mean to get off subject there. Sheesh, Blackwell didn't even say anything. To answer your question, yes, I kept an eye on... No, both of them, in fact, on the foyer. I don't believe you. Let me save the game first, though. Because as we know, he told me himself he was watching this wrestling match.
Objection!
That happened at 3 o'clock. Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fella like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, behind my camera, you'll see that at the time of the crime... what did I say? You'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled, something you'd never miss. I didn't watch that one, no sirree. I was doing my job just like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Apes! Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster." So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. I'm one of them professional types too. I could do double duty watching TV in the foyer at the same time. The only thing Filch can claim to be a professional of is a professional thief. Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe the witness was slacking off. That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV and the foyer at the same time, but that's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Bold, you say, but I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice? And in that case, let's see what evidence you can offer. Easy. The diagram where the TV is away from the foyer. Pointing away from the foyer, sorry. Take that! Please take a look at the direction of the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filcher's eyes where his right ear should be, I think it would be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes, someone watching TV there couldn't possibly see the entrance. Exactly. And that means, Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and you were not watching the foyer as you claim. The bag's out of the cat. The other way round. All right, order. But Mr. Justice, is Mr. Filcher's less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case? It's very relevant because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Tenma Taro impersonator in the foyer. Objection. What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? This. I'm not a mind reader. Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? Yes, they were. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't. My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have heard anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on him. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears were working full time. So who's the liar now, you no-good shyster? A lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Blackwell, sir. You really are something else. You don't miss a thing. And them bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. That bird is going to be a problem. I didn't know that I could just work with one body part. I need to try this now. Honestly, there are people that do. The deaf, the blind. The witness will henceforth testify. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful bird attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly. Alright, here we go again. It's true, I was watching the pro wrestling match on the office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. The floor there's all creaky squeaky like. No way I would have missed someone walking by. So you see, there weren't no Tenma Taro in the foyer. In the foyer. Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand? A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons and such. We must use common sense. For lacking that, our entire world would be but upside down. Says the convict prosecutor who is totally a sign of the end times for the legal world. And besides, if there were any yokai roaming about, I'd nab him and sell him to the zoo. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. That seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. But if we can't prove she saw Temataro, the mayor is sure to be convicted. Then we better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. Not gonna lie, this black quill fella is kind of making good points. He is, and prosecutors tend to do so. He is, but he is also the bad guy. Well, not the bad guy. He's doing his job. And he's a good prosecutor, so he makes good points. He has to. However, we have to like stumble and bumble our way through this court case to get our not guilty verdict, unfortunately. But yeah, no, he is spitting fire. All right. Yada 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 yada. Apollo, what could this mean? Do you think Jinxie was just seeing things? Well, if that's the case, the details she provided were pretty impressive. But if we're to continue believing Jinxie's statement, we have to uncover Filch's lie. The logic. I see where the logic is. If I remember from Jinxie's statement, he was carrying a staff-like implement that jingled. So, Filch should have heard the jingling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press him on this statement. So you have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they come, I'd say. Ain't nothing to hear but a creaky floor. Plus that Temataro. Plus that Temataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle. Jingle jangle? How does he do that? Is that staff of his? That's what jingle jangles. What's he talking about, Apollo? Beats me, but I guess Temataro has a staff that makes noise. Come to think of it, didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? She said she saw Temataro holding a staff-like object that made a jangly sound. I guess that's the source of the noise then. Well, Mr. Justice? It's very important information that it jingle jangles. Add it to the testimony. But it did, according to Jinxie's statement. And I'm so wrong. Again. I was so confident. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Yeah, I better look. Okay, my bad. Let me save. Let's see. Hold it! So Temataro's staff makes a distinctive sound. Yep. Maybe the flight I was thinking about from the tabloid, the newspaper. I was thinking about that. I doubt. Objection! Yeah, no. You know when you're right because the music stops? Objection! What are we... Wait. And it's really not this.
Objection!
Huh. Then I don't know. Like, if Tenmotaro was to pass by, his staff would have gone jingle jangle. If it's not the paper, and it's not the Fourier diagram, and it's not the literal statement. I'm at a loss, I'm not gonna lie.
Objection!
No, I didn't think it would be. I don't think any other piece of evidence here makes any sense. Because Jigsie's statement straight up says he was carrying a Starflight implement that jingled. Oh. In every depiction of the demon of Tenmotaro, he doesn't have a staff.
Objection!
Yes. Tenmotaro's staff would make a... I understand it now. Understand it now. Okay. Filch is saying, hey, but yeah, Tenmotaro has a staff and it makes a jingly sound. And I didn't hear a jingly sound. Who said anything about a jingly sound, Filch? You said anything about a jingly sound? Everyone knows that Tenmotaro famously doesn't wield a staff. So what jingly sound, huh? Tell me more. Right. I understand. I'm picking up what the game's putting down now. Tenmotaro's well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Filch, you say that you didn't see Tenmotaro on the day of the incident. Why then did you assume just now that Tenmotaro will be holding a staff? Huh? You see, the Tenmotaro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hands. And she described its sound just like you did, as a kind of jangly sound. Yeah, so he was holding a staff. What's your point? The point is that Tenmotaro doesn't use a staff, not normally. What you're talking about. You see, this is the only known document depicting Tenmotaro. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Filch? You're right. There's no staff, not even a cane or a walking stick. So the question is, why does the witness think Tenmotaro uses a staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case on the most basic level. Well, now this is getting interesting. Interesting. All right, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. No, walk with me. Come, stay with me now. Stay with me now. What? You actually saw Tenmotaro. Come on now. Stay with me now. Mr. Filch actually saw Tenmotaro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way he could possibly know about the staff. But busted again! Ooh, he's taking a hit. Yes, how'd that feel, Blackwell? Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Tenmataro that day, didn't you? Well? I'm begging you, please don't make me say it. But you clearly did see Tenmataro. Kick his butt, stop stalling and testify to that fact. No can do, no way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. He? Mr. Filch won't still want to admit to seeing Tenmataro, even though everyone knows he did. The question now is why? Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why he can't admit the truth? Come to think of it. They say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul. Oh, it's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that superstition. It's all to do with the fact that this dude is making him fucking, like, shut up. He's making him shut up. Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Tenmataro after hearing about the village superstitions. She said that if she told anyone that she had seen Tenmataro, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? Ah. So Mr. Big Time City Slicker lawyer has heard about him? Them old village superstitions? Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about? The people of Ninetails Vale believe some pretty strange things, and the superstitions may be the reasons why our witness can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Tenmataro. Darn straight, that's why! It's all right here! In a book called Village Superstitions. Are you absolutely fucking kidding me? 1. Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. 2. Do not tell others if you see him. 3. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. 4. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. That is not a 4, that is just a through line. Okay. See? That's why folks in Ninetails Vale can't talk about seeing Tenmataro. That clears up one mystery. The killer took advantage of the superstitions by wearing a Tenmataro costume. Oh no, my controller died. Alright, now I've got it wired to the PlayStation 5. It's all good. Everything's fine. Right, hold on. Let me just move this mic out of my way for a little bit. There we go. They knew that They knew that way, no one could talk about him. So it was as if he never existed. The defense holds that this Tenmataro impersonator is the true killer. What?
Objection!
Superstitions, you say? What kind of a fool would actually believe such rubbish? And would that using some silly fairy tale could so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation than that. Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Prosecutor Blackwell. Oh yeah, fight! Wait, what? Oh, that'll be the update for... Ooh, 1 second. That'll be the update for... but why do it now? Okay, so long as this doesn't interfere with, like, my connection to Twitch and streaming, I'll let it run. But that'll be for tomorrow's 1.55 update for Zenless Zone Zero. Hell yeah. Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark, sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstitions in the clink, but few of those who truly believe in them. Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of Ninetails Vale. A life or death superstition might even make you a believer. You took a hit. I fucking hate the action lines. Why does it... The way it flashes really sets me off. Wow. I'm not epileptic or anything, but it is jarring. Right, order I say. You fool of a Tanuki. 2 times now your lies have cost me. Sorry, sir. I promise not to do it again. What a liar. Look at that. Did you see that shit? Tucker, my fine feathered friend, have at him. He's gonna eat me alive. Head for the hills. He took off. Again. I can even see it flashing even when I close my eyes. Bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him. And with your fastest men. That's certainly not something you see every day. Yeah, I don't like that bird. Well, it would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as the yokai Tenma Taro was at the scene. And now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Oh. You're not supposed to do that. Uh-oh. What? Huh? Oh. His shackles! Yo! What? I'm too young to die! Justice Donor, long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You had best say your prayers. What's going on? Even the judge is dipped. Detective, do something! Ha ha ha! Have no fear, for Wright is here. When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going. Then get going already before he kills us. Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackwell, for it is his sense of justice that set him free. Objection, objection! I object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice. What is going on?
Silence.
Ooh. Such clown shoes behavior. I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Blackwell, can I ask you to, you know, I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. So Justice Dono's assertion is this: Tenma Taro is the real killer, not Mayor Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right, and that yokai, or rather whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Kyubi. Yo! Care to explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the Fox Chamber? What? He's right. She said nothing about Tenma Taro being in the Fox Chamber. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewed murder victim, the alderman, and the homicidal maniac who killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been someone dressed up like Tenma... Then why does that little scamp claim not to have seen a yokai in the Fox Chamber? Considering her father is accused of murder, surely she wouldn't mention any third party that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why didn't she see Tenma Taro in the Fox Chamber? There was but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenma whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive. Long as my blade thirsted for blood, at long last it shall be sated. Wait, this is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of. Justice Dono. Very well then. Both parties no doubt need some time to regroup, so the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... Stop throwing your tantrums, Blackwell. 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess? Just so. Plenty of time with a destination of intent as the loo. The loo? You mean your bathroom? The bathroom? Jeez, at least include enough time to wash our hands. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers will be punished. Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I declare Prosecutor Blackwell the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor is running the show, does it? And that's recess, not even a break. Okay, cool. Well, I gotta take an ad break real quick, so we'll be back in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, give or take. All right, I'm back. I spent about 3 minutes laughing at this one reel on Instagram that I actually had to wipe tears off my eyes. It was less about the reel and more about the comments for the reel. Bloody hilarious. Anyway. No. Also, hello, Josh. Hey, Josh, what's up? How you doing? Oh, okay. We in this. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was it? Wait, huh? Oh, it was an autoplay. My bad. It's not been autoplaying the entire time, has it? No. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was all that about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. Better be careful, Apollo. You've really brought out the samurai in him. Especially after you proved there was a Tenmo impersonator at the manor. I don't know why I plugged it out. What's with that guy in the whole samurai act anyway? Oh, hey, what's up? Such fine swordsmanship. That was no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. No, wait! Let's save the dueling until after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait till later. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up. Remember what Blackwell said, Apollo, don't be late. Now then, I believe our next witness is Jinxie Tenma, a maid at QB Manor. I believe we can proceed now, if the witness is ready, that is. That's absolutely fucking brilliant. Oh my god, bless her soul. Oh my gosh. Leon, leader of the 100 demons. He really does exist. Wow, that is one well-polished tray. Witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. Eek. Yo, what is it, my child? Be gone, Leon, leader of the 100 demons. Oh, she's talking to him. You think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as a judicial monster of sorts. The beast of the bar, the demon of due process, if you will. My charm has no effect. The demon of due process? Not sure I can see that one. Now, you little scamp. Yes? I trust you know why you're here. The bags. Bags? Oh, that tricksy tanuki? Try the noodle stand and go enjoy a big bowl of tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. Not to toot my own horn, but I am that guy. I am him. Everyone's a comedian. No, I meant your bags, the ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep Azuki Harai away. Azuki. I said it perfectly fine the first time. Azuki Harai. That the yokai that washes Azuki beans? The only thing needing washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean off. Azuki Harai often keeps people up at night with the noise he makes washing beans. But if you stick this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore. Is that so? Well, thank you. Looks like Prosecutor Blackwell's got more than he bargained for. They're bad enough alone, but together those two are just plain creepy. Keep getting flashbanged by that. Your testimony, if you please, Miss Temno. Specifically whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene. Did I see Tenma Taro in the Fox Chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw... Yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room. That's not giving me much to go on, my friend. So there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Lots and lots of them. Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tenma Taro happen to be among them? I don't know. Just don't know. All I know is the room was swimming in yokai. Kasha, Nurikabe, Seto Taisho. They were all there. Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. We've gone from no yokai to a flood of them. This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to this delusional little scamp's testimony.
Hold it!
Okay. Your Honor, I believe her memory is simply clouded by fear. But a quick therapy session should ease her mind. With the court's permission, of course. What a fabulous idea. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. You sure you know what you're doing, Athena? She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering that crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused. A regular ball of confusion. But my analytical psychology-based approach should be able to help. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Shall we let Miss Sykes proceed? It makes no difference to me. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any viable testimony. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land. I'll show you. Boop. All right. Feelings AI engage. Oh, she is so scared. Okay. So we learned how to do this last time. I did forget though. So the idea is that we go through her actual testimony like we would do in a cross-examination, except we need to see what her emotions are. But pretty much her emotions are just fear. Found something. Looks like an out-of-control emotion. Athena, what exactly are we looking at here? Oh, this is one of Bridget's functions. Right here, you can see the images and emotions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? And here I thought it was just some kid's toy. Unfortunately, all I'm getting is an overflow error right now. See how sad is brightly lit there in the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. It seems the sheer terror she experienced has made her a confused mess. So all those yokai she thinks she saw are a product of rampant emotions. Yes, that's right. Her fear is instilled in her hallucinations and false memories. She's seen normal everyday objects as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma, and the trauma in Jinxie's case is fear. So she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai. We'll have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. And let's see. So let's look at the room. I can't see much of the room, never mind. Apollo, can you point out the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? She seems particularly terrified of that one. Start by pressing probe. Next, point to what's causing Jinxie's out of control emotion. Finally, hit probe again to try and get to the heart of the matter. Hold on. L1 and then triangle? Okay. Does that say raccoon dog? Okay. Cat monster on a Wheel of Fire. Jinxie, what's the name of that yokai on the Wheel of Fire? That's Akasha, a yokai that steals the bodies of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the aldermans. It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation. Exactly, it's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the crime scene that she's mistaking for Akasha. Apollo, you need to point out what she thought was a yokai in the Wheel of Fire. I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, that wasn't Akasha you saw. Could you have possibly mistaken this for Akasha? The actual lamp? The light fixture? This one right here. It has a flame design and is up there in the ceiling. There was never a yokai on the Wheel of Fire. The Akasha you saw was just a light fixture. Oh, is that what we need to do? We need to remove all of these yokai. That's the game here. That's one memory back to normal. Normal. Nice job. Now that you got the hang of it, it should be a cinch to point out the rest. Jinxie, what about this white wall-like monster? That's Nurikabe. It's a wall monster that blocks your way or leads you astray. That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a folding screen. And this raccoon dog isn't a tanuki monster. It's just a statue of one. And look, those are just coffee cups. And this right here is nothing more than a fox statue. Okay. You did it, Apollo. Your extreme fear is under control now. It was all just my eyes playing tricks on me. There weren't any yokai after all. See? A clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. Just like we thought, there was never really any yokai in the Fox Chamber. Right. There never really were any yokai there. So the defense is asserted the exact opposite of their original assertion. Wait. Jinxie, what about Temotaro? Nope, weren't there. I remember it clearly now. You've gotta be joking! Oh well. Fucked it. Order in the court. I think we just dug our own grave. Allow me to push you on in. It's the least I could do. Apollo, can I interrupt your freak out? For just a minute. I'm still picking up on some noise. It's an unexpected emotion. Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet? Exactly. We should be able to get something else out of her. I'll enter the new information we have and run an update. Alright. Fear and surprise? Right, fear mostly, with a little bit of surprise. Equal amounts of fear and surprise. More so surprise here. Equal amounts of fear and surprise. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Try to find the emotion that contradicts her statements. A contradictory emotion. Should also keep an eye for sudden changes in an emotion's intensity. Her emotions might get stronger or weaker as you move from statement to statement. It's important to compare how the same emotion changes throughout the testimony. Alright, okay. Might take my camera off for this one so I can have a look, see a clearer screen. Right, so... Really? No, it's not. Okay, you don't get penalized. Oh, fuck. Didn't mean that. Sorry, my bad. Continue. Go back. Would it be the fact that she's still scared after seeing that no one else was there?
Got it!
No? No, okay. Unless maybe it's this one?
Got it!
No. That sounds gonna get really annoying as I try to figure this out. Okay, let's try again. Did I see Timotaro in the Fox Chamber? I was so scared when I entered the room. My legs gave out and fell to the floor.
Got it!
She stopped being scared when she fell to the floor. The amount of fear you felt is rather low despite your legs having given out from fright. Could something have lessened your fear? Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me. Okay, I'll lend a sudden burst of courage. And let's see. Ah, look! Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now. Not sure how that helped. Bye-bye.